Hello friends, welcome to How to VLAN channel. This is DBA VLAN stream. Today in this video, we are going to see how to install Oracle Database 19c software on Windows OS. We are going to install Oracle 19c Enterprise Edition. As usual, we will see the plan walkthrough. What are the steps we will do? First is, this is a simple walkthrough of the Oracle DB binary installation on Windows Server 2022. And the reference URL for this documentation is, or the steps is, this is a guide. So you can take a look. This is the Oracle README for the Windows Windows OS. So Oracle Database 19c for Windows, and you can see all this navigation page where you will see Oracle Database installation checklist, pre-installation tasks, overview of the database installation, and what are the users and groups you need to configure, and file system storage and configuration. Whatever they speak about in the installation checklist and pre-installation tasks, they get discussed in detail in the next coming tasks. And installing the Oracle database software and post-installation, what all you need to do. So we are going to see them really, but I have summarized whatever I learned from the installation checklist or pre-installation task or this database installation walkthrough here in this notepad. As a first step, what are the various? So first step, what we need to do is we need to understand, if at all you want to install Oracle Database 19c software on Windows OS, Windows Server 2022, what are the prechecks I need to honor? First thing is hardware precheck, second one is the software prechecks. So what all you need as part of hardware, what all you need as part of software. The hardware requirement is you need to have an x64 architecture. 64 bits are only allowed, no more 32 bit support in 19c. That's the same with even Linux. And the memory should be at minimum 2 GB, and anything more is fine. And the swap should be in the range of 2 GB to 16 GB. If the memory is equal to 2 GB or greater than that, 1:1 ratio swap needs to be allocated. Anything swap or paging, in Windows it's called paging disk. So anything more than 16 GB, you can stay on 16 GB. That's enough. And the temporary disk space, this is where Oracle will unzip the binaries or do temporary operations, right? Like in Linux it's /tmp we have, right, where the temporary operations happen. In Windows it's called %temp%. That's where download, if at all you download something, the image gets built in the temporary. Your cookies, where they get stored in the temporary. Similarly, the temp disk space should be at least 1 GB or 4 GB based on the type of installation. 1 GB for the binary rdbms binary installation, 4 GB for the Oracle restart installation or grid infrastructure installation. How much disk space we need for the binary installation for the Oracle home? Just the software alone, it is 6.5 GB or more than that, but 6.5 GB is the benchmark number. And data files, if at all you wanted to set up a starter database, then additionally 5 GB you need. And tempfs we already saw, it's 4 GB, but Oracle says again one more time they set 128 MB or something. At minimum 128 MB, I think. If it's even not there, then the installation will fail, I guess. So this is what as such in terms of hardware resource you need. And they are okay. We are going to see about the virtualization support as well separately. Software requirement, the range of OSs that Windows OS that are supported from 19c is, it supports from 8.1 itself, 64-bit, but Pro edition of the Windows or Enterprise edition. Windows 10, Windows 11, these are desktop class editions which are supported. On top of it, Oracle supports Windows 2012 release 2 only, and then 2016, 2019, 2022. 64-bit edition, which is can be a standard data center or essential edition. I think 2012 only had foundation editions, it seems. So all that are supported, and they had made some additional clause and all. You can take a look. For Windows 11 Pro alone, I think you need to have the release update 19.13 or later. And hypervisor, which are all supported. Oracle VM server, even VirtualBox is supported. So VM for enterprise, Oracle VM server or Hyper-V. I think ESX also is supported, but they didn't call out here. So those are all also supported. But Oracle has already provided a note ID where you can go check what are the additional hypervisors that are supported by Oracle. and you need to have Oracle client version 11.04 or later in order to connect to 19C binary minimum, and then unzip version should be greater than or equal to 6. So now, until now we saw what is the software requirement, what is the hardware requirement, and what is the hypervisor requirement. We are going to install it on our laptop, and we are going to use VirtualBox for the virtualization. Now users and groups. So when it comes to users and group, if you remember in Linux, we will have DBA and oinstall. These two groups are minimum groups that are required for Oracle installation. Oinstall came from 10G release 2. Before oinstall, it was only DBA. DBA was the only group that Oracle had in 9A and all. So then in 10G onwards, oinstall came up additionally. Then Oracle said make oinstall as a primary group for Oracle and DBA as a secondary group. This is what Oracle recommended. Similarly for Windows, ora underscore install is the oinstall's equivalent of Linux, and ora underscore DBA is the equivalent of DBA group in Linux. So we need to have those groups also created, but our Windows, when you do the binary installation, these groups automatically gets created. We will see if this group really exists or not now, and then after the installation we will see if these groups are created by the Oracle binary installation. Yeah, we are going to see this live now. So OS user for binary installation. So okay, Oracle suggests Oracle gives you 4 options, I think. One is the virtual account, and then another one is the um managed service account, I think, and the new user. You can create a new user. Oracle will create it during the installation process, and it will assign the ownership of the binary to that new account created, and it will become a user account without any local login. It is not allowed to have any local login, and you can use any of the existing domain accounts also. But what Oracle says is that for the installation you should choose an account with uh, no administrative role or privileges. They say that. And in another location they say that you need to have administrative account. So which is very confusing in the Oracle document. So I'll just anyway give you a brief overview of the Oracle document also. And they say the host name need DNS resolution work. This is mainly needed for the listener to work. And OFA structure. So this is very important. See, this OFA structure is already there in the Oracle documentation side. If you go here, it was part of the appendix. Yeah, here you see optimal flexible architecture. So Oracle based naming convention. This is the Oracle home directory naming convention, and this is the example file path. This is good enough for you. If even if you're not able to follow my doc, if you come over here, this OFA structure is what you need to use for others to also. In case you are raising a case with Oracle or you want someone else to help you, if you follow OFA, it's very easy for them to digest the information and quickly turn up for the help. But if you customize any of these paths, then they will really take some time discovering your database first before they can help you. That is why standard comes in. A standard will make the people who are coming to rescue you their job easier. Otherwise they have to do first a discovery, then only they can do your they can help you with any fix ups or with triaging the incident if at all you have something. Alright, so we saw about the various software and hardware prerequisite, and we wanted to look at the uses that the Oracle installation will create. The Oracle installation will create several of the user accounts. So the not user accounts, several of the groups it will create. I just wanted you to show them what are the various groups that it creates. It's like Linux DB group, oinstall group, ASMDB, and all those groups. So we just show you the various groups that it creates. Alright, here you go. See, ora underscore DB is nothing but the DB group of Linux, and ora underscore hopper is nothing but OS hopper or O hopper equivalent to Linux. ASM admin, ASMDB, ASM hopper, and if you see here, this is a weird one where it mentions ora underscore home name underscore DB. In Windows, you might have more than one home directory in the machine, and Oracle doesn't want the owner of one home directory to have access to the other home as well. So they create home specific DB groups. So, and you can see home specific hoppers is backups, SDGs, SKM, and so on. And this is a virtual account group, I think. So this is how the various groups are created. And let's go back to the next step. So we saw about the hardware requirement, we saw about the software requirement, and we saw the various users and groups required. And this is a OFA architecture. And what I mean, Oracle has this optimal flexible architecture, which is a standard that Oracle asks you to lay out your Oracle database physical files. I mean, when I say physical files and then binaries, and that you can see here, optimal flexible architecture you see here. So yes, this is the file path. So see here, this is system directory, C app is a subtree for application tree, C app aura inventory is the central inventory location, and C app oracle. So all this location based out of C directory, and this one for the data files D, E and F. It's not mandatory that you need to install your binaries on the C drive, you can install it anywhere else as well. But here Oracle has given the path as C drive, and we are also going to use C drive only because I don't have any other drives in my test machine that I have created. Alright, this is also in the same guide as I was showing you for the reference material. Anyway, so here we are going to locate this in the C drive. C app username is going to be Oracle. That's the install user. By default, that's the one it will create Oracle base. Oracle home, C app Oracle product 19 ODB home underscore. But this is a template. This username, if you didn't mention here, right? This is a username is the template. Similarly here, username is a substitution variable, like how you got the drive letters in the first position. And this one as well. This is the admin directory where all the admin file, all database administrator files will be kept, like audit files, data pump dump files, or scripts, anything and wallet files or anything, it will be kept here. This is the location where the recovery files are kept. See, and the DB files are kept in this format. Again, app username. This is the template, like I said, right? So you see here. So various directories or drives through which you can distribute your data files. So people used to do one drive for data, other drive for index. So you can also follow the same pattern if you want. And set up Windows Server meeting the prerequisite. I already got a Windows Server. And this is my Windows machine, remote desktop. And this is a background box I have already downloaded. And I'll just show you. If I show you this. You see here it's a 64-bit operating system, and it's a Windows Server 2019 Data Center Edition, which is also supported. Alright, but it's an evaluation edition. Okay, evaluation you see, and so 64-bit, 3 GB memory is allocated. So you're meeting one by one all the prechecks. 2 GB is needed, 3 GB we have. 64-bit architecture, yes, 64-bit. Now swap space we need to verify. For the swap space, go to advanced, go to performance settings, again go to advanced. You see it's 1.2 GB, but normally you need 3 GB as per Oracle suggestion, but I'm not going to change it for now because I'm only for setting a binary, not creating any database, so I'm least bothered about it. Temp space will come from percentage temp. So if you just type, this will be your temp location. You see, users background update a local temp. So this is again in C drive. We have plenty of free space available, so we don't need to worry about it. We saw Windows Server 2019 Data Center Edition. So we are meeting the prechecks. If at all you are installing any Pro C or any other binary, then you need to stay compliant with the Visual C++ or other requirements. Otherwise, you don't need other packages or binaries in the OS. And the user setup, we saw about that, and I already took a screenshot of these. These are the only users available on the machine, and these are the only groups that are available on the machine. There is no aura underscore groups. We are expecting that the installation of the binary will bring those groups. Okay, but this unzip is going to take time. I'm unzipping the binary, but let it wait. Let's go on. Alright, host DNS resolution should work okay. This is mainly for the listener, but I am not having any sort of I'm not setting up DB by database yet anyway, so I'm not worried about the DNS resolution for now. Wi-Fi architecture we spoke. So we have only C drive, so all of our binary installation will happen in the C drive only. C app oracle product 19 ODB home underscore 1 C app oracle admin. That's a directory. C app oracle fast recovery area in case if you're installing database, and our data files also will sit in C app oracle or data. But for now, don't worry about them. So we have a Windows server meeting all the prerequisites. We are good with the next step. Download the binary. The binary can be downloaded from edelivery.oracle.com. This is also possible that this particular binary can be downloaded from oracle.com. But in oracle.com, if you go, you need to go through multiple pages to reach the binary location. Unless you bookmark the URL by yourself, you by heart the URL. The other option is go to edelivery.oracle.com and you can search here and download the binaries you need. 19C Enterprise Edition is what I have chosen, Enterprise Edition, and I have chosen 19.3 long-term release and Oracle Database 19.3 client as well. You can see we have various options available. I chose Microsoft Windows x64 bit. So this is one place where you can get all your binaries downloaded in a single place. So I always prefer this. You can also do the same, or you can choose to download it from oracle.com without any login, or I think you need a login anyway still. So I already got the binary downloaded, and the downloaded binary will look like this. If you see here, this is the name of the binary, and this is where it's getting unzipped now. So we'll wait for a few more minutes. Once the unzip operation is done, it's gonna take time actually. Oh my god, it's gonna spend 3 hours. I don't know. Anyway, yes, it's a very slow process, so it will take time. I'll leave it running. So the next step after the unzip is done, we need to frame the installation plan. So I have already gone through the setup.exe for first few screens. In that it will ask you whether you want to install a desktop class or enterprise class. I want to install enterprise class. It will ask you for the Oracle base path, Oracle home path, and Oracle inventory. By default gets populated. You need to just provide these path variables if at all it prompts you for it. So those are the main questions you will face, and already we got the answers for them. And it will also ask you whether you want to install enterprise edition or standard edition. We choose the enterprise edition. That's the other question. So choose this and choose enterprise edition. So launch setup.exe, follow the install plan, and once the installation is completed, you need to validate the installation by launching SQL Plus and Apache LS inventory. This is how you launch it. After this, the binary installation is considered to be completed successfully. I'll keep you. I wanted to let this extraction go on. Once this is done, I'll share my screen and walk you through the next steps. Yeah. Okay. Fine. The unzip of the binary completed. Now we can start the setup.exe. Alright. So I got this to my local drive. If you keep this on a network drive, you may face some weird errors. I will tell you what they are, but when that particular screen comes up. We launch this setup.exe. See, we don't get any user access control messages, and you don't see any other messages like you're launching it from UOM or something like that. That's the first message you will get it if in case you're launching through a network share. So always have this binary alone, copy to the local drive, so you don't face those errors, right? So as per the install plan, we need to choose these options. Let's see what are the options we are prompted with. It's taking a few minutes. I think it will take a minute, so I'll pause here. Alright, it came back. So set up software only. Click next. because we're not going to install the starter database, so we just select setup software only. This verification of Oracle home components will take time. This is a validation of the install binaries, I think. So alright, this is complete as well. So we are going to install single instance database installation, and then this is enterprise edition, not standard edition. So okay, the virtual, what is the virtual account? Virtual account is an account which is a managed Windows account and managed service account also, you can say. It doesn't have a password, so you don't need to worry about the user getting locked out or user password expiring. Those situations will not occur. Even it's like passwordless log on in passwordless accounts in Oracle, which are called the service accounts, or the passwordless accounts, which are used for application, mainly to store the application data. They never have any password, so they don't expire and they don't make our job complicated. So such sort of account it is. But the problem is, I think it is a local account, and you cannot do anything with the network. Say if you're accessing a network share, if your database, I think if your database needs access to a network share, I think this virtual account cannot help at that point in time, I believe. Reason is, use a virtual account as soon as you do this. I think Microsoft Windows, this particular installation by itself will allocate an account for it, and you will see that as NT service slash accounts. I think, I do not know, I have not tried this before, but I'm guessing that would be the scenario. So the advantage, your service will never face any problem with related to accounts, account getting locked or expired or anything. So the service will never face an interruption. But at the same time, your service cannot access the network. Say if you wanted to dump your backups to a remote network file share, then it cannot do it with this account, I think, because the service will be run using this account. So that time you will face problems, I think. So anything that you will do only on that local machine, I think you're absolutely fine. But if you wanted to grant permissions outside this particular machine, then you need to go with the domain account or any other type of account. So anything you choose, local account for managing this particular database, virtual account can very well gladly replace it. But if at all you have network related requirement, the best choice is to go with a domain account only. Okay, a domain based service account, not a virtual account. So I'm not going to use Windows built-in account. I'm not going to use an existing Windows user, because the only user that I have is a Vagrant. See, if I choose that account, it will throw me a warning saying this account is an administrative privileged account. What it says is, for security reason, you need to run it with a non-administrative user account. So let's create a new user. I'm going to say this is Oracle. I kept username password same. So it's not accepting it. Alright, so I choose password. Alright, now it properly suggests me an Oracle base. Okay, this is the screen that I wanted to highlight, that I had a problem with. So the initial problems were that whenever I try doing an installation, maybe it's better I show you that. Okay, just a minute. I'll show you the difference if you do it from network share versus if you do it from the local drive. So just a minute. Alright, if you see here, right, in this particular screen, I was earlier trying to do this installation from a network share, and you see here behind the screen you see some messages, right? The binary is getting launched from 192.168.94 Oracle bin in a shared drive. It was getting launched, and you see the binary was never able to get hold of what are my local drives that I have. So it was showing me slash background. The such directory is never there, and even if I try to choose it, it still said it doesn't help me. Okay, just go through this. You see here, I'm just trying to change this path. Right, so if you look at this, if you do this also, I think it doesn't help me. So I'll just show you that I'll get some error. I was just going through the same video steps before, because I was facing problem. This is not the first time I'm trying to do the install. I'm doing it for the second or third time now, because I was always facing this error with the network drive. So try, if you see here, and I'll just show you the error alone. Yes, so now if you see this, the message at the bottom, the location specified for Oracle base location is invalid, INS 32015. If you go search in Google for INS 32015, you'll see messages like ASCII character not used, or providing an incorrect path, anything like that. But really, I gave a path that really existed, but it still couldn't help me, right? So that's what I was trying to highlight. So you will face this problem. So we saw an error, INS 32015. If you launch the setup.exe from a network share, so just be aware of it. Alright, let's now continue with our installation. So it's C users app Oracle, but normally I don't keep C users app Oracle. We'll go with the what it's a default path it chooses, but what Oracle says is Oracle base should be drive letter app username. So I'm choosing C app Oracle. Okay, let's see what it says. Oh, good, it went past that error. It never did that in the past, so it's doing good now. I think it will do the validations that it does using the run installer, and normally I think it uses Cluffy utility only. Now you can see the installer went past the critical error that we were facing. Oracle home user is Oracle, and the edition is enterprise edition. We are using only a software setup only. Oracle basis C app Oracle, and I think by default it populates Oracle home on its own. C app Oracle. I'll just see the response file, then I will know what is the Oracle home that it has come up with. Yeah, I want to see it really before I give a go, because it didn't prompt me for the actual path. So if I go here, open this response file, open it using Edge. Let's see if it works. Otherwise I'll open it using Notepad++. Yeah, it's fine. See, the Oracle basis C app Oracle is okay, and I didn't say anything about the DB group, Opera group, or anything. And it's a standalone edition, general purpose. We're not going to use it. This is database specific, I think. Options, but where is the Oracle home? We only accepted the Oracle base, and it's not printing Oracle home anywhere, is it? It didn't mention anything about Oracle home in its response file. That's quite weird, isn't it? Anyway, okay, we will continue anyway with whatever we have, and let's see what's the result. Anyway, we choose our basis here at Oracle. I think everything else will be set up based on this. Aura MTS port number. Okay, fine. I just click install, the installation begin, and I will go to the Oracle base directory to see what is happening and who is the owner of the binary. See app Oracle. This folder is empty. It's still not created anything. I don't see anything else is also created. Within which, do you have anything created? Not yet. So nothing here. I think everything is getting done in the temp directory. Let me see if I can go to the temp directory to see what's happening. Let me see if it writes something here. Anything getting modified now? Yeah, CV is Oracle. Right. No, it's not Oracle. It's at 1:57 a.m. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, you can see here in the temp directory the install actions getting populated. Yeah, I will see where is it doing what. Has it printed Oracle Home anywhere? I wanted to see what and how the Oracle Home is derived. So prepare only. It has not started the setup yet. Oracle Home for now is this, right? And where else you have an Oracle Home? All right, I understand now. It does. Okay. So now I understand what the problem is. It has picked up the unzipped location itself is as an Oracle Home. It is not doing a copy. Binary copy is not happening. If you see, it's just doing setup. This is wrong. What I mean by wrong is actually my target was Oracle Home is this. So ideally I should have unzipped the Oracle binaries under this path and I should have launched the setup.exe from that path. But I didn't do that way, so why the confusion is. So I'll probably cancel this and I'll retry this unzip operation and again I'll try to do this. Okay, or I will let it run, I'll let it finish, so I will know definitely that the binary is located here. Then we will have a second Oracle Home installed on the path we wanted really is. Okay, let it finish, it's not a concern. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Alright, the incorrect Oracle Home installation is complete, if you see, and even in the installation Oracle database software and the reference URL I provided, Oracle gives clearly the instruction. They want you to create the Oracle base directory and then they want you to download the binary. Even if you have multiple network cards, they want you to set the Oracle hostname, and they wanted you to create a Oracle home directory based on OFA compliant Oracle home directory, and then they want you to launch the setup.exe from the unzipped location, the proper location, and then choose setup software only, single instance database edition, enterprise edition. All that option they are already providing. So and then post installation. So if you need to set up any the startup database and so on, you can follow that. But I think this is very clear now, so let's do that way. Now we did an incorrect one, let's correct it now as well. Thank you. Okay, anyway, we finished the installation. Now we will validate the SQL Plus and Apache LS inventory here. You see here, I mean, though it is incorrect, it's working fine. That's what I wanted to show you. 19.3. And if I look at the Apache LS inventory, it's very weird, isn't it? It doesn't say any patches installed, but the version of the SQL Plus it says 19.3.0. Something to learn new in Microsoft SQL. Sorry, something to learn in the Oracle database installation in Windows Server. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just show you at the end how it will look if after installing the additional home on the right path. Give me some more time. Yeah. All right, we know this, so we need to follow these steps, right? Oracle base already exists, so we don't want to create the Oracle base again, but we will create the next directories. Okay, so we decided to unzip the binary again for the new home. I just do this make directory from the command prompt. Alright, and the next one, so we go to that particular directory and we just run this command unzip. is going to take time. Okay, it's not going to unzip here. Yeah, it was looking for the unzippability. I think I just need to use the traditional tool. I'll go to this location downloads and unzip. Extract all. I'll choose the destination as C app Oracle product 1904 db home underscore 1. We select this folder, extraction kicked off, and it will take I think 20-30 minutes. So let it finish, and then we will show again where do we stand, and we will complete the installation again. We'll follow this all the steps. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Alright, I was showing you last time that the unzip operation is in progress. So you can see here it just finished. You can see setup.exe in the bottom, but it's the second Oracle home, so we need to be sure that there are no Oracle underscore home environmental variables set anywhere before we do the installation, otherwise it can create a confusion. You see here I did echo percentage Oracle home Oracle base. You may wonder, is this the right way to check? Yes, you see percentage temp, it printed the message properly, so there is no variable called Oracle home or Oracle base already set. You shouldn't be concerned. And on top I also verified the environmental variables from this PC. If you see here, we don't see any Oracle home variable, and here in the system variables also you don't see Oracle underscore home or Oracle base, nothing is here. But yes, path variable has this. If you see here, this is the old Oracle binary path, but doesn't say it doesn't say the Oracle home variable though. Anyway, it just prints the Oracle home slash bin in the path, so we are able to execute SQL command. Fine. Okay, now let's close all this and let's start the setup.exe. Yeah, alright, setup.exe. Let's see how does it make progress. I'll pass it here for a minute. You can see here now there are two options to install. One is to choose a binary plus a startup database, but we only wanted to install the binary, so we set up software only. Let's wait for it to go to the next screen. And it's a single instance database installation, not rack. We know this. And enterprise edition it is. Yes. We are not going to use virtual account, not an existing Oracle Windows user. Create a new Oracle user. Yeah. So, alright, we already created this Oracle user, isn't it? So let's use the same Oracle user. Alright. See, it picked up that Oracle user because it already created in the last installation. See app Oracle. This is perfectly fine because this is the Oracle base we decided we will use. This is perfectly fine. And the software location, you can see here the software location it shows is C app Oracle product 19 db home underscore 1. Alright. C app Oracle product 19 db home underscore 1. So had we unzipped the binary on the right path, we initially itself we would have cracked this. Alright, let's see if it throws any warning. No, it didn't, and it's making the progress towards a pre-check. I think it will take a minute. I'll pause here. The pre-checks are done. Now it's on the summary screen. You can see here the Oracle home user is Oracle. It's a software only installation. Oracle based C app Oracle. Software location C app Oracle product 19 db home underscore 1. Software location is nothing but the Oracle home location OMTS port 4912. And we say this response file as db install to response file in the documents directory. Let me hit the install. I wanted to see if it is able to choose the right OMTS port. So last time, did it say any port in the response file? No. Fine. Anyway, I'll leave it here for a few minutes. The installation should finish in say 15-20 minutes, and then I'll show you the screen. Okay, just give me some time. Alright, the registration of the Oracle database was successful, and that means the installation is okay. So let's check. Now let's continue with the post validation. Say I given the Oracle home path, right? So I should be launching the SQL Plus from this path. Okay, so let's do that. Let's close the screen. Yep, and it went away. And now let's start a new binary. I'll set this home. And if I go to the admin setting, what path will be there? I just wanted to verify. It should have both paths, isn't it? See? It has this and this. So SQL Plus can start from both of the location. But we need to restrict ourselves that we started from the right home. So we set Oracle home and then set path equals. Yeah, but where is it coming from? When you launch this SQL Plus, which library it is using, right? We wanted to verify that. Let's go here. Alright, I don't have the tool, just give me a minute. Alright, so I wanted to verify if the SQL Plus is starting from the right home path that we have set. Even though we set Oracle home to this path, if you notice when I launch the SQL Plus, it is launching the SQL Plus from the old Oracle home, which is invalid. Alright, but you see it is using the DB home for its other library dependencies. So this is completely very weird, isn't it? So we need to fix this. How do we fix it? Okay, now in order to fix this, I need to properly set up my path. That's this PC. I go here. Maybe this is useful in case if you wanted to update your environment setting in Windows for Oracle. Even you can use that. I go here. I am not going to use that other Oracle home at all. So I'm very least bothered about the other Oracle path. So I go here. I remove this path. I don't want this. Okay. I removed it. Now let's try starting a new command prompt. And we will just type. First, let's see if the Process Explorer still shows up. Find SQL Plus. There is none now because that binary is dead. I killed it. Okay. Why is it still showing up? Because I still connected. Okay. I remove this. Now, if I search again, ideally this should have been dead now. There should not be any more SQL Plus process running. See, it's not there. Only a search I'm doing for in the Process Explorer is getting hit. Now, if I do SQL Plus no lock here, it is connected. Now, if I do a search, ideally I should only connect to the Oracle home where I have this binary installed. You see here, it's properly displaying the proper Oracle path. C app Oracle product 19 db home underscore bin plus.exe, and it's having the proper link. So that is important. So you should not have, if you have more than one Oracle home, you need to ensure your environmental variables are pointing to the proper Oracle home from where you want the binaries to be executed. If not, then you will run into a problem. Okay. I hope it's a good learning for me, and I am assuming it's a good learning for you too. Of late, I think from Todonoto onwards, the number of times I did GUI based installation has come down tremendously, and this installation that I did after a long time is really useful learning for me, and I hope you also learned something from this GUI based installation, the various screens that we had walked through, because I normally use a response file based installation and it is very much silent. And I also learned the Windows installation after a very long time, and I mean it's just people say Windows installation, just next. But I normally don't do that. I understand each of the screen, what each of the options are, and then what are the prerequisite. I went through the prerequisite, right? I normally do all that study, then only I start the installation. Better understanding is always better for your product lifecycle management. So thanks guys, thanks for staying with me for this far. I hope you really like this video. If you really like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to How to Learn channel, and we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Until then, it's bye from How to Learn channel. Thank you. Bye.